this is my experience sharing with respect to a particular training program, Communicate to Differentiate, that was done by Nyra Consulting for us at Carestream last year. There was a very particular context about the training, very senior training meant for leadership team members. Generally, my observation has been that as you grow up in your career, there are not many specific trainings done specifically on how do you communicate as you go forward. There are different level of communication. There are communication obviously with your team members, with your partners, with your peers as you grow. But then there are also communication that you might have to do with external media. You might have to do with broadly your worldwide colleagues. And I generally felt that was really important hole to plug. In that context, we had a long kind of pre-training conversation with Nyra to understand, give them the context of the entire thing. I wanted it to be a very focused session. I wanted a lot of individual attention to be paid to our 17 members who went through it. And my overall experience has been fantastic, specifically on two counts. Number one is the preparation that went into it. I could see the amount of case studies or the amount of individual things that had to be done, or group things divided into smaller groups that had to be done in session were really well thought. They really interested the audience. The audience here is also pretty senior, so it's not so easy to have and captivate their attention all the time. So the pre-work leading to very specific activities was well thought of. And then obviously the number of sessions being 4 along with 2 specific individual sessions made it a very seamless study. It was not rushed. It was very good for the folks who went through it. But more importantly, I can see the difference in their individual style based on how their communication are now vis-a-vis to what it was earlier. I can see a definitive change in some of the elements that they now use to communicate, whether it is a tough conversation or it is trying to build up a strategy for a future course of action. Within that content, a couple of things that I really enjoyed was about how do you build trust while communicating, how do you influence without really having authority to. Those 2 points about building trust and using influence as a tool, in my view, are very relevant, very useful, and will really go a long way in building communication further for these folks. So overall, great experience, and I do wish Ridhima and Mohsin and Nyra the very best in their future endeavors. Thank you.